father of the nation's 7th March speech to inspire Bengalis for ages, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma calls on President Mohammad Abdul Hamid now visiting India. President expresses gratitude to Meghalaya people for cooperation during Liberation War. Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir asks authorities to complete repairs of roads and highways before next monsoon. Khaleda Zia committed political suicide associating Razakars, militants and arsonists, comments Information Minister Hasanul Haq Inu. US President Donald Trump accepts invitation to meet North Korea leader Kim Jong-un. Talks likely to be held by May. And Bangladesh to face Sri Lanka tomorrow in their second T20 match of Nidha's Tri-Nation Series. Assalamu alaikum. This is Rifat Jahan welcoming you all to our news at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chittagong Center.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mahmoudur Rahman. Those were the headlines. We'll move on now to the details. Terming the historic March 7th speech of Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman as incomparable, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said his speech is a source of inspiration for all freedom-loving people of the globe. She said this while speaking at a seminar in the capital as the chief guest today. Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Memorial Trust organized the seminar titled Historic 7th March Speech and Political Wisdom of Bangabandhu in the auditorium of Krishibid Institution, Bangladesh this afternoon. The Premier said no nation in the world except the Bangalis could unleash such non-cooperation movement under the leadership of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman for long 23 years. She said during the struggle for independence and the war of liberation, the opposites were the Al-Badrs, Razakars and the anti-liberation forces. They grabbed power after the assassination of Bangabandhu in 1975 and halted the pace of development and thus distorted history, she said. But now today, she said, the historic 7th March speech of Bangabandhu has made its place into the world documentary heritage by UNESCO, and it is also one of the greatest speeches of all times. This speech is different and unique from the speech of others, and there is no comparison to it, and it's an incomparable speech. Sheikh Hasina said this speech had a full directive for turning a non-cooperation movement into an armed revolution, while this speech had also inspired the people of the country, including the freedom fighters, during the 9 months of the bloody War of Liberation. Referring to the ongoing trial of war criminals and the execution of trial of the Bangabandhu killers, the Prime Minister said her government would continue to work for economic emancipation of the country's people, as it was also indicated in that historic speech. Professor Emeritus Dr. Alamgir Mohammad Sirajuddin made the keynote presentation, while Associate Editor of the Asian Age, Syed Badrul Ahsan, and Dhaka University Professor Dr. Aksadul Alam took part in the discussion on the keynote presentation. Memorial Trust Member Secretary Sheikh Hafizur Rahman gave the welcome address, while CEO of the Trust, Mashura Hussain, gave the vote of thanks. Chief Minister of Meghalaya, State of India, Conrad Sangma, made a courtesy call on visiting Bangladesh President Mohammad Abdul Hamid today. Mr. Sangma presented President Abdul Hamid a bouquet. They exchanged greetings and also held talks on different issues of common concern. Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Harsh Vardhan Sringla, Bangladesh's High Commissioner in India, Syed Muazzam Ali, and secretaries to the President were present during the call-on. President Abdul Hamid today visited Balat village in Meghalaya, where he stayed during the War of Liberation in 1971 to recollect his past memories. The President went to Balat by an Indian Air Force helicopter from Guwahati. During the Liberation War, he inspired and organized Bangladeshi youths who took shelter in India at Gumaghat, Moilam and Balat in Meghalaya. He established a youth reception camp at Balat for Bangladeshi youth and acted as president of the camp. Two persons named Marak and Rajat, who met the president at the village during the Liberation War, were present during the visit. He talked to them and recalled the memories of those days. President Abdul Hamid also visited the house where he stayed in during the time. He went to a tea stall of Balat Bazaar where he passed his first night after reaching the village and became emotional. It may be mentioned that President Mohammad Abdul Hamid was also the sub-sector commander of the Bangladesh Liberation Forces Mujib Bahini during the liberation period. President Abdul Hamid is expected to leave Meghalaya for New Delhi tomorrow. Industries Minister Amir Hussain Amu has said Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has been working for building a peaceful and prosperous Sonar Bangla as dreamt of by father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman through completing his unfinished tasks. He said this at a meeting of the grassroots level activists at Nolchiti Upazila in Chalokati district today. Presided over by the Awami League leader Ahsan Kobir Johnny, among others Zila Porishad Chairman Shah Alam, General Secretary Advocate Khan Saifullah Punir and Nolchiti Upazila Porishad Chairman Advocate Muhammad Yunus Lashkar addressed the function. Amir Hussain Amu said Awami League is a people-oriented organization which marches forward with the love of common people.
Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir has ordered to complete the construction work of roads and highways across the country before the next rainy season. He said quality of the construction work must be ensured. If it is not maintained, everybody responsible will have to be punished. The minister said this while visiting the reconstruction work of Link Road at Narayanganj today. Obaidul Qadir said BNP is organizing rally at the important roads of the capital illegally, so the police are taking necessary steps. He said it is not true that they are not making any hindrance in their peaceful program. The minister said the Election Commission will take necessary steps to ensure a level playing field for all political parties after declaration of election schedule. Jashod President and Information Minister Hassanul Haq Ino has said Khaleda Zia has committed suicide politically, taking side with the Razakars, militants and fire terrorists. He made the comment while talking to newsmen after inaugurating the 100% electrification initiated by Prime Minister at Bheramaro Upazila in Kushtia today. Kushtia Rural Electricity Shomiti General Manager Harun al-Rashid, its President Safiuddollah Torun, Jashod Central Organizing Secretary Abdul Alim Shapon, local leaders and workers were present on the occasion. Mentioning that the government has no plan to keep away from polls, Information Minister Hassanul Haq said they want to throw criminals and Pakistani collaborators out of politics. Later, the Information Minister attended a women and civic rally at Koksha Upazila of Kushtia district. Jatiyo Nari Jot Central President Afroza Haq Veena, Jashod General Committee Joint General Secretary Rokunuzaman Rokun and District and Jashod President Ghulam Mohsin were present at the function. Hassanul Haq Inu said Khaleda Zia embezzled the money of orphans and the court thrown her into prison. The government has nothing to do in this case, he added.
Now, international news. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and US President Donald Trump are to meet in person by the end of May. It has been announced an extraordinary overture after months of mutual hostility. News of the meeting was delivered by South Korean officials after talks with Mr. Trump at the White House. They passed a verbal message from Mr. Kim saying the North Korean leader was committed to denuclearization. South Korea's President Moon Jae-in said the news came like a miracle. China has welcomed the development, saying the Korean Peninsula issue was heading in the right direction and calling for political courage. The North has halted missile and nuclear tests during previous talks, only to resume them when it lost patience or felt it was not getting what it demanded. The latest announcement came days after the South Korean delegation met Mr. Kim in Pyongyang.
At least 7 people have been killed and 7 others wounded after a suicide attack near a Shia mosque in the Afghan capital, Kabul. A spokesman of the Interior Minister said a suicide bomber blew himself up while trying to enter a gathering commemorating the anniversary of the death of Abdul Ali Mazari, a former leader of the mainly Shia Hazara community. There was no immediate claim of responsibility. Meanwhile, at least 16 security force members were killed after Taliban fighters attacked their checkposts overnight in Khajaghor district in Takhar province. State Minister for Information Advocate Tarna Halim has said BNP is the patron of militancy and militants are doing sabotage with their help in different places. She said this to journalists after inaugurating newly built building of Dhubria Government Primary School under Nagarbur Upazila in Tangail today. School Managing Committee President Muhammad Shahabul Alam Dulal chaired the function, also attended by Upazila Awami League President Zakirul Islam William, former President Rafiqul Islam Rangu and local Awami League leaders. The State Minister for Information said Khaleda Zia is enjoying all privileges in jail because of government generosity.
Now some sports news. Bangladesh face Sri Lanka in their second match and the Nidhas T20 Trophy's third match tomorrow. The match will start at 7:30 p.m. Bangladesh time at the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. Bangladesh Television will telecast the match live. Earlier, Bangladesh lost to India by 6 wickets, while India lost to Sri Lanka by 5 wickets. A friendly tennis tournament between Bangladesh and Malaysia finished at the Uttara Club Tennis Complex in the capital. Bangladesh lost to Malaysia 3-0, while the hosts defeated Malaysia 2-1 yesterday. Malaysian ambassador to Bangladesh, Noor Ashikin Binte Mohammad Taib, distributed the prizes among the players of the two countries. President of Uttara Club, Imrul Anwar Liton, and Vice President of Bangladesh Tennis Federation, ASM Haidar, were also present on the occasion. And now to end the news, here again are the main points. Father of the nation's 7th March speech to inspire Bengalis for ages, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma calls on President Mohammad Abdul Hamid, now visiting India. President expresses gratitude to Meghalaya people for cooperation during Liberation War. Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir asks authorities to complete repairs of roads and highways before next monsoon. Khaleda Zia committed political suicide, associating Razakars, militants and arsonists, comments Information Minister Hassanul Haq Inu. US President Donald Trump accepts invitation to meet North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, talks likely to be held by May. And Bangladesh to face Sri Lanka tomorrow in their second T20 match of the Nidhas Tri-Nation Series.
And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla News. Until then, Khoda Hafiz.
Khoda Hafiz.